Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to watching Wynonna Earp, Season 4, Episode 10, Life Turned Her That Way. There are 3 episodes left of this show, including this one, if we don't get a magical renewal, and I am sad about that. But I am so excited to get back into these characters, and I'm feeling nervous that it's going to be left in a place where everything isn't okay, and I'm stressed. But a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, along with all of my reactions. For the edited version, I will put on my Patreon with a link to it in the description of this video because it keeps me taken down on YouTube for Season 4 Episode 9, but Episode 10 will carry on as normal. Let's go. Wynonna, you need to talk to Waverly. Or Nicole or Jeremy. Wynonna! Oh, are they staging an intervention?
Very much. And this is not an attack.
No, it's worse. Goddamn intervention.
But you need one, sweetheart.
You seem so
dedicated to keeping my friends and family.
Well, I hate this a lot. This episode was absolutely crazy. I can see why we really had sort of the fun ones over the last few because now we're in hell. Like 1,000 things were going on. I weren't concerned that the Clantons were going to remain as a threat, but they're kind of just existing. Billy is now dead. She's just doing her thing. I didn't seem like there was any way to save Billy. And this is the first time this season I felt like maybe they potentially are planning on doing a big finale to end this show rather than just a finale of the season. Fingers crossed, because otherwise if it gets some kind of cliffhanger, hell will be literal. Well, with Black Badge kind of going to like the nuclear option, the evacuation of the town, the fog, kind of all the plot lines are kind of coming through. Waverly having to face her angel and demon nature. I just did not miss Jolene. I was really hoping it was just the fog messing with Waverly's head, but no, of course she was fucking real. Just do you think this episode started with the intervention? I mean, that is never an easy thing to do, especially when the person isn't ready to ask for help. That's obviously the nature of an intervention, is that the person isn't asking for help. Wynonna needs help. Even if it's just someone to talk to, she needs to be honest, which I think is very hard for her to do, about all of her feelings. Like, she bottles them up inside, but she needs to talk to someone about just the weight she's carrying and what it feels like and why she feels this way. And Waverly would listen if she told her, but part of Wynonna's drive is protect Waverly, including protect Waverly from my own struggles. So their fight was really horrible because both of them know the other one loves them. Both of them know the truth. But now that is going to be kind of their last proper conversation before this all happens. If this hadn't all happened, I feel like Wynonna and Waverly would have been able to sit down and maybe even talk at some point in this episode, especially with Rachel kind of being there for Wynonna in her own way. I do love Rachel a lot. Nicole is wandering around about to get, you know, delighted by Waverly. Stress. So Black Badge is being run by psychopaths, which we kind of already knew, but it's not great to meet them. And this plan of, you know, I mean, they are a super secret organisation, so they don't really have oversight because no one knows about them. So I guess they're taking the demons to study them or turn them into weapons or something. Typical military BS. I don't know. So that is quite stressful. I don't entirely know how we're going to get out of all of this. Mercedes has been shot. Doc and Jeremy are locked up. Nicole is wandering purgatory trying to get back to them. Rachel is a child. It just is really stressful. So then we're kind of coming to, I'll stick with Wynonna for a bit. I think this episode we really had to kind of, you know, face the fact that she feels this burden, that she is the Earp heir, that is what she has to do. Her job is to protect her family by killing demons, and anytime she's vaguely kind of felt happy, that's been immediately snatched from her by her fight. I think the moment she shared with Doc, their love is so strong. I really initially, back in the day, was not on the Wynonna and Doc train. I did not ship them at all, and now their love is just so strong and clear that even, yes, she picked her because she knew that was her best shot of getting to Waverly. Waverly comes first, sisters come first. Doc would understand that, Jeremy would understand that. I think they were more concerned, they were also concerned with her choice, but it's just there's too much happening. Like, I don't even know how to begin to process what's happening with Doc and Jeremy before I think about everything else. I think it was important that Nicole told, you know, said to Wynonna when Wynonna was upset that she knows how much you love her. And then Waverly went through her own personal hell. Kind of, she was already feeling awful. She was already at a breaking point because of how much she loves Wynonna and how scared she's going to lose her. And to then kind of be told that, you know, you're always a damsel in distress. And yeah, it's true that a lot of the time, Waverly does end up in situations in which she needs someone to help her. But that is largely because she is Wynonna's sister, and so people target her because of that. Or because she's not superpowered. And the one time she properly used her angel powers, she killed someone, and that was for Nicole, but it was still something that worried me at the time because I was worried it might go down this kind of path. And we have. Being an angel, she kind of lost her care and her feeling and just gave herself into the job, and being a demon, it seems to have done the exact same thing in the reverse, and she's the most all-powerful person, and I'm fucking stressed. I have a real track record with my favourite characters losing control of themselves and becoming evil, and my curse strikes again. So that was really hard to watch, just the intense, both emotional and physical torture that Waverly was undergoing. Jolene finally got what she wanted, and yes, she died, but she got what she always wanted. She tortured Waverly. Waverly is now unrecognisable as Waverly. Now, I firmly believe that if she can go from being good to being evil, she can go from being evil to being good. You know, it doesn't have to be like, oh well, tough luck, Wynonna needs to shoot Waverly with Peacemaker now. But it is it is horrifically stressful, and to think of just the burden Wynonna is carrying, and it has always been to protect her family, to protect Doc and Jeremy and Nicole and Rachel, but Waverly most especially. And now Waverly is going to be the enemy she has to fight. That is not something Wynonna needed on her plate right now. I'm not even processing this really, because I refuse to accept that it's happening and there are 2 episodes to resolve it all. If there is a cliffhanger, I'll cry forever. I'm just oh, that's so stressful. And to think about kind of how things ended with Willa as well. Wynonna has had to do so many awful things, and even facing Waverly, I don't know whether she'd be able to. I think she will do everything she can to save Waverly. She would try and appeal to Waverly. I'm just so stressed by that ending. I didn't see that coming. As much as I was concerned about her killing Mama Clandon, I don't remember her name, Mrs. Clanton, I didn't think it would go that far. I didn't think this would happen. I don't know, they need to give her an intervention of love. I don't know. I'm stressed. I think I'm very, very stressed about what's happening, because my Waverly and Wynonna are my 2 favourite characters. They're both suffering right now. Waverly has lost, potentially. I mean, if they didn't plan on this being the end of the show altogether, in season 4, they wanted a season 5, so they did a cliffhanger like they have done in the past, I might never see the Waverly I know and love ever again, and that is stressful to me. They have to have rounded it all off in the last 2 episodes, please, otherwise we need at least a 1-hour movie to wrap everything up. So I'm not only stressed about what the characters are going through, but I'm fucking stressed about not maybe seeing a resolution. So I don't think this end review has been very good, because my thoughts are all over the place. But a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching. I'm so stressed.